Hey, what's up? It's Martay. I am back with another Tay Talk, but this time I want to talk about my testimony and what many don't know about my testimony. I just came out with a song called Anna, and if you have been following me, I'm sure you've heard it or seen it pop up in your feed somewhere, whether it's Instagram or YouTube or wherever. I want to talk about today what a lot of people don't know about my testimony, and if you listen to the song Anna, it reveals a little bit about that. And Anna, the song, was written when I was on a jog here in the Midwest. I left my apartment and I went for a jog. I used to do that a lot. When I lived in another apartment, I had like running trails near me. And I was running and I was just thinking of the significance of who Anna, my babysitter, who had a huge part in raising me, because I was in her care at 2 weeks old and on, probably till about middle school. And so my parents were amazing, but they worked really like intense jobs that required a lot of their time. So they would drop me off at Anna's house. We used to call her Granny Annie, and Anna had a daycare there. And my mom actually interviewed Anna before we even started going there, before I went there. I was the first one to go there. And then my little brother, when he was born 6 years later, he also went to Granny Annie's, and Anna became a huge part of our family in like the coolest of ways. My parents really, looked after her. Like if she was ever like short on anything, my parents were like, you're part of the family. Like you do so much for us. We have to take care of you. And so Anna was like a huge figure, like almost like a grandma to me. And I had no idea that she had such a huge impact on my life. So I was on this run, I was running, and I just like had this moment where I was like, I gotta write a song. So I went back to my apartment, wrote this song called Anna, and it's all about her, because I truly believe, looking back, I used to tell my testimony and it left Anna out, but I truly believe now that I'm older that Anna was the first way, and I could be wrong, God might totally prove me wrong one day, but the first way God tried to start reaching me as a young one, the first like truly manifested way that God was trying to reach me, as well as, I don't know if it was the first way that God was trying to reach my family, but he truly used her, because Anna was a Pentecostal, preaching, tongue-talking, Bible-believing, blonde-haired, blue-eyed white lady from Salinas, California, where I'm from. And she married a Mexican man who passed, unfortunately, and just truly understood my culture growing up. Not just being Black American, because I am African American, but like where I'm from, Salinas, California, is truly very different. It's primarily Mexican. So growing up there, I used to speak Spanish, and all my friends, except for like 5, were Mexican, and there's just a lot going on. There were gangs, and my mom was a cop back then, and all these things, all these different layers of culture that were very unique to me as a child growing up. And Anna just understood, like, and prayed for us. And so in the song, I say, there's a line, I think it's the second verse. It goes, I was 21 when I found out that you were more than just a sinner. You were my fountain of righteousness, through which Christ could be known. You were the vessel which he saved, my family and my home. I just had this revelation at 21. I had taken a nap on my bed back home in California, my family home. And I woke up and it hit me that God truly had used Anna to pray over us at such a young age. And that the fruit that I'm walking in now to this day is because of her. And it hit me. I had a flashback. That's what it was. God would totally give me visions on my bed, guys. My bed back in California, where where I was raised in my family home is. I would wake up, I'd take naps. I'm such a napper. I would take naps in the summertime, and often I'd wake up and God would give me a vision right before I woke up, or I'd have a dream right before I woke up. That summer, that day, that God showed me, it was more like a going back, like a remembrance thing, because I was so young. I remember one day when I was at Granny Annie's, I was taking a nap and I was on a cot, and I was with a bunch of other kids. We would nap in the living room. Sometimes Anna would go make phone calls, and she would actually pray for people while she was making these phone calls. And she'd keep her door propped open just so she could hear us. And then she had like an assistant that would like be walking through and making sure we're okay. I felt so special. Like, I don't know why. I had been with her since I was like two weeks old. So I just felt like Anna is my family. I do what I want, which is probably not the right attitude to have looking back, but I really felt the freedom, which I think was a good thing, to approach her at any moment. And I don't think the other kids felt that way. So this one time I got up from my nap and I went to Anna's door, her bedroom door, where she was speaking in the spirit and she was praying over someone for healing. And I heard her and I knocked on the door, but I didn't understand what that was. I had no idea until I got older what that gift from God is. And I remember knocking on the door and going, you know, she answered and she kind of looked at me like, what's up? Like, and I go, I'm hungry. Can you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And I'm like 4 or 5, no kidding. And Anna was like, Martay, go back to sleep. Like, you have to go back to sleep. I will get you food and we'll have a snack when you guys wake up, but not right now. She was about her business. You know what I mean? Anna was like, we don't do snacks in the middle of nap time. You go follow the rules like everybody else. And so I remember that, and the Lord showed me that that was the level of faith that Anna was operating in when I was such a young child, and that she believed for my family like that, that she, you know, prayed for us, showed us who Jesus was, spoke about God, and gave us the gospel multiple times, like, because we were not saved. My family was a little bit crazy in great ways and not great ways. So Anna would constantly tell my parents about the gospel. And my parents would drop me off at Anna's house to go to church on Sundays. And Anna was such a huge role in my life. And I wish she was here to see it all, like manifest it. I don't think she got to truly see us walking in the legacy that she left. That gets me a little emotional sometimes, because I think a lot of us, we don't realize the power in our prayers, in our moments for the nobodies. I was a nobody. I carried no power to Anna back then. I had no influence. I was a child. And so for her to care so much about me and my family, we had nothing to give her, like nothing. It's huge. It's huge to me, and it reminds me, and that's why I had to write this song. I had to write one song about Anna before, you know, my time on this earth is up, because Anna is such a hero to me. She showed me who Jesus is at a young age, and I don't think I would be who I am without her. So I want to encourage people right where you're at, like no matter who you are, and myself, like the little things truly matter. The prayers, the speaking God's will in the spirit over situations, and allowing the Holy Spirit to pray through you about things you don't even know, because things cannot happen on the earth unless they are spoken first. That's huge. That's in the Bible. And I want to encourage you to invite people when you're led to your house to have a snack or a movie night, or to stop on the street when God leads you to say something to the man or the woman, or to sit by the homeless person that, you know, just needs a friend like that day, or is having a bad day, or your coworker, or your family. The biggest ministry we have is our family. And so, or the little kid, just like Anna, to me, the little kid, showing them love, whether it's, you know, firm love, like, hey, you can't do that, or just love, period. It's so important. Anna has changed my life. I would not be where I am today if it weren't for her, and my family would not be saved. And so I want to encourage you guys with this song, Anna. And I wanted to come through and talk about it before I moved on to do something else, or another YouTube channel, or no, not another YouTube channel. Am I prophesying? Should I do another YouTube channel? Another YouTube video. I didn't want to move on from this so quickly. So that's what the song Anna is about. I hope you go take a listen. I did a dance version, an EDM version, which some people love it, some people hate it, and I don't really care. I just, you know, when you're an artist, you just gotta make your art and be true to you and who God is. And I did an acoustic version, and the acoustic version, of course, came first, and that is truly where you can hear the longer aspect of the story that I'm telling through the song. Yeah, when I just opened up to write that song, it just flew out of me, like flew out of me. So yeah, I hope it blesses you. I hope it shows you that your life is not in vain. Every small decision that seems so small is actually huge to the Lord. I love you guys, and until I see you next time, go and be the hands of God, just like Anna was the hands of God for me, my brother, my mom, and my dad. And you will change someone's life. It's the small things. Remember that. It's the small, small things that make a huge, huge difference in the kingdom of God.
You had fire in your eyes. Whoa. And though I wasn't of your kind, you so